Hey y'all. I wanted to go ahead and speak on this whole K Michelle thing. First and foremost, she's grown. She could do whatever she wants to herself. But it's crazy to me because, first of all, you look more like, if you guys have heard of Megan James, she was on the Bad Girls Club years ago. Um, that's who I thought this person in this picture was. I didn't think this was no K Michelle. Her face way slimmer. I don't know, did she Photoshop this? Did she? Her nose is clearly more narrow. Her jawline is way more chiseled and narrow. I feel like something has been done to her lips and again her nose. So, first of all, this woman is 35. She's 35. She act like she's 55 and needs to do all of this stuff to her face. You don't have to do all that. You've always been beautiful. Like K Michelle has always been a beautiful woman. Clearly, she probably wouldn't have made it on to Love and Hip Hop or into the industry at all if she wasn't some level of attractive. And I know, yeah, your personality, it definitely matters, but y'all know how shallow Hollywood can be. She did interviews, she put out posts and things talking about how dangerous going under the knife can be as long as you're not going to the right, to actual doctors. If you're going just getting stuff done because it's affordable and you don't know the doctor, you never heard of them, they don't have any referrals or anything like that, this is what she was preaching about. This not I'm not gonna say preaching, but this is the awareness that she was trying to spread about changing your body and your face and other things like that. Because there's always risk associated with anything that you do. You could get Botox and have an allergic reaction. You never know. So it's just crazy. I mean, I get it. She had a very traumatic surgery done, and she got that surgery in 2012. She paid $7,000 for that surgery, and she stated, and I will insert the clip, that when she arrived to her appointment, she wasn't even in a doctor's office. You weren't even in a doctor's office. And then she also said that the same person that she went to get silicone butt implants, um, other people in her music group had gone to that same quote unquote doctor. Honey, you gotta use your own brain. You gotta do your research. You gotta do your due diligence. And I know that it's a lot especially for women. There are a lot of people that women can sit up and compare themselves to all day, not knowing what those people have done. Like, none of these people on Instagram, Facebook, and wherever else have ever been satisfied or happy enough with themselves to leave themselves alone. So yeah, you can get surgical enhancements. Yeah, you can look like a whole different person if you want. Clearly, this is K Michelle's clone. Clearly, this couldn't be her. But she stated in a tweet, "Yeah, I agree with you on that, but you still getting stuff done. So if you really feel truly pretty and beautiful and stuff like that, you would just leave well enough alone. I mean, I know it doesn't have anything to do with your lower region because this ain't that. But this is after you've gone through a series of surgeries already. Already. And you haven't had enough yet? I don't know if she's done with the whole process. I don't know if they've removed all of the whatever they had to remove from her body. That is crazy, y'all. That actually is crazy, though. Just to have free floating gel in your body, you don't know where it's going. It's not staying in the regions that you want them to stay, that you want the gel or whatever the material is to stay in. That is really messy. She also said that part of her tissue, like her bodily tissue, had to be removed in addition to the material that they were removing that was never supposed to be in her body in the first place. That sounds crazy. Like, imagine having a chunk of just the middle of your thigh removed. Imagine how that'll look. Imagine how you would feel. Yeah, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. But let me stop here, and I want to insert the Dr. Phil clip where she said all of these things. You're gonna have to turn up the volume a little bit. I didn't realize how low my volume was when I was recording that clip, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert it now.
It was on the black market, but I went to a person that was well known in my music circle.
You say black market, define what he was and was not.
He was not a doctor. He does this in a hotel room. He told us that it was jail, some type of jail or whatever, when it was actually free floating silicone in your body.
So this is an article from Insider.com. It was published in June 2018. It says, quote, this is what KMICHELLE said. Quote, he wasn't a doctor. It was a black market. It was these hydrogel injections. That's what they were being called, she told People. Quote, when I found out my favorite rapper did it, that's when I decided I'm getting it done. Unquote. Now listen, just because your fave is doing it doesn't mean you should. If your fave was smoking, y'all know what I want to say. If your fave was doing something illicit, nose candy, are you going to do it too? No, ma'am, that's what I'm saying. You have to have a mind of your own. You have to think for yourself. You have to do the research. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with getting plastic surgery. I mean, it's boosted a lot of people's self esteem, men and women. And that's great. But I'm saying don't just go to somebody because others have gone to them and you're just working off of word of mouth. As soon as you got into that hotel, oh no, I would have turned my tail around and left up out of that hotel because who does surgeries? Who does a whole plastic surgery in a hotel room? How did they? That has to be painful. Did they even have anesthesia for you? So let me read the rest of this. It says for 5 years the injections posed no problems, but in 2017, Pate began to experience fatigue, migraines, and back and leg pain. Later, doctors found that the silicone had spread down her legs, quote, damaging her tissue and threatening her overall health. Ooh, that sounds like a lot to go through. So, yeah. And I get why she kind of tries to shed light on black market surgery, but you can't talk about staying from under the knife if you're going to continue to make changes to your body. Just, I don't know. I mean, it's a great message, just the messenger type thing. So this portion of the article says board certified plastic surgeon Dr. David Kingello Chow, who didn't treat Pate, previously told to Insider that injected silicone can integrate with healthy tissue and bind to it over time. This makes removal extremely difficult. To get the silicone out, surgeons must cut through blood vessels and healthy tissue, leading to long surgeries and excessive bleeding, he added. The last portion of what I got out of the article, KMICHELLE stated, quote, when I did my procedure, I went to a person some of the hugest celebrities out today have used. I followed the trend that was one of the worst decisions in my life, she wrote. If you're going through this, don't sit around and get worse. Here's my thing. How who are these huge celebrities that you stated? Who are these huge celebrities that you stated? Because why don't they have the funds to go to a legit doctor? I mean, a lot of times if you're talking about strictly the music industry, a lot of times some of these hugest artists that you're talking about, they label will pay for them a surgery. Their label will pay for their surgery, so they don't have to scrape together a little, money. They don't have to scrape together money to get a surgery done on the black market. That is the most dangerous shit you could ever do in your life. Like, you would have been better off just buying you one of those little booty pads until you can actually afford a legit doctor, you know? I think what caught people off guard most about this latest picture she posted is the fact that she is an advocate for, safely getting surgery or not getting it at all. For her to turn around and post a picture that she clearly has had work done in, I think that's what threw people off. Like, damn, sissy was just saying, don't do this, don't do that, and now you up here looking like a whole different person. I definitely support people doing what they want to do to make themselves feel better or look better, or whatever the case may be. But it's kind of hypocritical coming from someone who keeps going under the knife and getting all these different procedures. I would think that you would want to just let your body rest. I would think you just, wanted to try it. I would think that you wouldn't want to see a syringe, a liposuction tool, anything for several years because you don't need all of this stuff being done to you. You don't need all of this. But it's only my opinion, you guys. Only my opinion, and I feel like she didn't even have to go through half the shit she went through. But trying to be like everybody else, trying to ride the wave, got you in a bind in a situation that cost hella money. She said the reason she started her show, which I don't know if it's still on air. I don't know if she still gets money from it. But she said the reason she wanted her own show is because she wanted to be able to help other women. I don't know if it's only women or if it's women and men, but she wanted to help other people going through what she went through pay for it, basically. So I don't know if the proceeds from her show went to fund people to have their surgery corrected. I don't know if that's what she actually did with the money that she made from the show. She didn't get into that much detail. So, but yeah, what do y'all think about her? What do y'all think about what she's done to herself? What do y'all think about the message she's trying to send versus the action she's taking in real life? If you have any comments, opinion, anything like that, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. And I'm pretty much done talking about this situation. I wish her the best. I hope she has truly learned or truly learns eventually to just leave it alone. Leave it alone. So with that being said, I will go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Bye.